What's up today, everyone? So I need to do a quick little boost leak test on the STI. I did the inlet in it a little while ago. I did a quick boost leak test after that, just only up to 10 pounds. Since then, we got the clutch put in, and I've got about 600 kilometers or so on the clutch itself. So now that I've been driving it a little bit with the new manifold, new inlet, and everything, I'm going to do another boost leak test on it just to make sure everything else is all good and tight and make sure that there's no leaks. So I'll give you a quick little step-by-step, all the little vacuum lines and stuff that you got to pinch off just to make sure that you don't have any boost leaks that would cause your car to lean out and all those problems that you don't want. So a lot of people end up having their own personal makeshift boost leak testers. You can just use like a little coupler if you have a different little pressure adapter and whatnot. This set I got from Princess Auto. It was about $180, I think, for the whole kit, but it's had its use to make it worth it for sure. So usually you just end up trying to pressurize just a small amount to start with. And so if your car isn't running a whole lot of boost, then you don't really need to hit too high. So start off about 5 or 10 and make sure that there's no dramatic leaks right off the bat, and then you can kind of up it from there using the little tiny regulator. You can adjust it from there. And you can find the proper size adapter that actually fits into your inlet once you take the intake off. So find the right size adapter and then fit that in there, and we'll start from there. So another awesome thing that a lot of people wouldn't know, Princess Auto actually has this entire vacuum cap kit. So for a lot of these little vacuum caps that you have to actually cap off, there's a kit for that. So makes it a lot easier to try to cap these things off if you have the proper size cap. So see if you can try to find, some parts places have actual little assortments of vacuum caps and whatnot. So good to have a set of these in order to do this as well. So if you have an aftermarket inlet, it makes it a little bit easier to find all the extra little nipples that you have to cap off. So for the factory one, this one would end up going to the evap solenoid and whatnot that I ended up deleting anyways. So I'm not using that one. It's already capped off. So this one ends up going to the PCV breather tubes. So that one will need to get capped off. This one down here is one that goes to your boost controller. And that one needs to get capped off. And there's another one just back here that goes to the PCV valve. That one will need to get capped off. And there's at the other end of the PCV valve hose is underneath the intercooler. So I'm going to have to take the intercooler off in order to cap that one off. If you forget that one, you're just going to end up getting PCV noise, and too much pressure ends up pressurizing your crankcase, and you don't really want to do that. So make sure that you get all of those ones capped off just to start with. So once everything's all capped off there and we got this all hooked up here, I'm just going to slowly turn the dial. You can hear it starting to apply some pressure. So as long as none of the caps look like they're going to pop off, we'll just slowly put it up. Turn it up around 5 psi and just back it off a tiny bit. And so if you have any dramatic leaks, you're probably going to hear them. There's some small amounts of hissing. Lost pressure, so I got a small leak here somewhere. So you'll probably be able to hear it hissing. You can get some soapy water and just start spraying some of these spots. A little bit of soapy water will be able to tell you pretty quick what exactly is leaking. So with only, we'll say about 7 pounds of pressure applied, you can hear some pretty good hissing around there. So when you spray some of those soapy water in there, you can actually see I've got a pretty good leak around the hose for the bypass valve there. So I'll adjust that clamp and start over again. Alright, so I'll try this here again. So I think as of right now, that bypass valve hose just does not want to stop leaking. There's another little tiny leak on the back side of the bypass valve. There's just a few bubbles in back there. Just enough to annoy me. So, other than those noises, don't think there's really anything else. Main concern was just making sure the manifold itself is sealed up nice and tight. I don't have any leaks from in and around the injectors, so that's good. Oh, that little spot there just wants to leak, doesn't it? So, throw some zip ties on there, just so those will stop leaking. But, as long as I don't have any leaks in and around the injectors or anything, no, get in there. Nope. No bubbles in and around there, so. Well, I think other than the stupid bypass valve, which, well, I guess that means I'm going to have to invest in a new blow-off valve so it can stop leaking on me everywhere. And then that'll solve those problems. Alright, so now that I got a new clamp on that bypass valve coupler, I was able to put 18 pounds of pressure through the entire system. And there's no other leaks other than that one stupid little clamp. So now that I got that new clamp on there, it's time to button everything back up. Oh, go on there, you bitch. Fucker. Why did you need to go off of there? You should have stayed on there. Oh, god damn fucking top mount. Oh, you cocksucker. Why won't you just go on there? Is it your time of the month? Really? Will you be happier if I just stab you or something? Please, I'm trying to make you better. Why won't you just go on there? Come on. You can do it. You're so close. Why won't you just for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and if you haven't already liked and subscribed, I would appreciate it if you would, and stay tuned indefinitely, guys.